So, you're thinking about buying a home. That's great. But before we talk neighborhoods, VA loans, or HGTV fantasies, we need to talk some numbers. All right, welcome back. Today, we're going to be diving into something that often trips people up, and that's figuring out your home buying budget. This is honestly the most important step before you start falling in love with houses. Because no matter how dreamy that home looks, if it's not in your budget, it's just setting you up for stress later on. And honestly, it's setting you up for failure as well. So why budget first? Why is that the biggest point of contention? Well, it helps with avoiding wasting time chasing homes that you can't afford. It prevents heartbreak during house hunting. And then it also allows you to start setting expectations for your down payment, monthly costs, and more. So, I see it all the time. Buyers, they get pre-approved for way more than they should realistically be spending. And they're stuck with payments that squeeze the fun and freedom out of their lives. So, we need to avoid that. Let's talk about how to find the number that works for you, not just what the bank says that you can borrow. Right? We want to figure out how to make sure you're living comfortably. Here's a little secret most people, they don't realize. Lenders are going to give you a number based on what they think you qualify for. Sometimes this can be a lot more. But just because they say yes doesn't mean that you should say yes. That's their number, not your number. It's like getting a credit card with a huge limit. It doesn't mean you should max it out. So what's your number? Let's go ahead and let's find out what your number is, right? So there's a lot of different things that you can utilize to kind of get a mortgage payment estimator, right? Or an estimate of it. So here's a tool that I love to let my buyers use. It's the Zillow Affordability Calculator. It's free, easy, and you can do this at home anytime. You pop in your monthly income, your debts like car payments or student loans, or your estimated down payment, and interest rate you expect to get. Boom. It's going to give you a realistic max purchase price along with an estimated monthly payment. This isn't just a random number. It's going to be somewhat tailored to your finances. So it's going to get you a somewhat clear picture of what's comfortable and what's not. So key budget numbers that you need to know, right? So I'm going to go over these. You got your max purchase price, which is the absolute top that you can afford. Your estimated monthly payment is going to be principal, interest, taxes, insurance. How much down payment you'll likely need up front, and then what's included in your monthly payment, not just your mortgage, right? There's a few things that go into it. So we'll go through everything. So what do you really want to focus and need to focus on? Your max purchase price, which is the highest price you could comfortably handle. Your estimated monthly payment, which is going to include taxes, insurance, and not just principal and interest. You're also going to want to know how much you'll need upfront for your down payment. And don't forget what's included in that monthly bill, because those extras can really, really add up. Sometimes it could be hundreds a month that is going to completely surprise you. So we need to pay attention to that. But here's the thing, even Zillow's numbers are going to need some context. So let me break down a few real-world rules of thumb that I've used personally and with clients that keeps the budget sane and keeps it stress-free. So here are some budget guidelines that we're going to go over. So you've got the 30% rule. It means keeping housing costs under 30% of your gross monthly income. You've got the Dave Ramsey style 15-year mortgage payments at 25% of your take-home pay. It's tough, but that one, is safe. It's very safe. And then there's another rule that is like you can definitely go above it, but the thing is, like, this is kind of what you want to stay because it could hurt you. And lenders, they will let you, but they won't let your total debt payments exceed 43% of gross income. They definitely will, but all right, let's go over rule number 1, the classic 30%. That means your mortgage, taxes, insurance, and all your housing costs shouldn't be more than 30% of your gross income. So if you bring $5,000 a month before taxes, you want to keep your housing costs under $1,500. The second rule is Dave Ramsey's approach. He recommends that you do a 15-year mortgage and you keep your payments to about 25% of your take-home pay. It's strict, but you'll pay off your home faster and save big interest. And here's the last one. This is the one I kind of mentioned, right? So you can go above it, but this is just for your safety. And it's basically capping your debt payments at 43% of your gross income. If you're hitting that, lenders will get nervous, and you should absolutely be nervous as well. The bottom line, the best budget is going to be the one that fits your lifestyle, not the one that makes you house poor. You want a mortgage that lets you still live your life, have fun, save, handle emergencies. Trust me, owning a home should build equity, and it should also give you that peace of mind, and that's probably why you bought it in the first place. And here's kind of what we're going to be covering next week. It's going to be your upfront cost checklist, and this should be added into your budget. You got your due diligence fee, earnest money, home inspections, whatever other inspections you want to order. You got your appraisals. Sometimes those can be rolled into closing, or they have to go up front. And then you got your closing costs. At the end of the day, when you go to close that loan, the attorney is going to ask for money, and hopefully your real estate agent let you know about it, because those closing costs are not cheap. They are thousands of dollars. So that's another thing. And here's your quick heads up. Besides your down payment, those are the upfront costs you're going to need to budget for. Earnest money when you make an offer, as well as due diligence, the inspections, appraisal fees, the closing costs. Some can be negotiated in, but it's better to plan ahead than get kind of screwed up. So start with your numbers. Use Zillow's calculator, compare it to your lifestyle, and make sure that your mortgage fits exactly what you're looking for. Next week, we're going to be talking about those upfront costs, and that's going to really set you up for success, because those are the things that a lot of people miss and aren't prepared for. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next week. Take care.